Hello,
Hel- Hello, everyone. I'm Jack,
I'm Dylan.
and welcome to the final race in the ULRM Racing Championship. This is the fifth race in the championship. It's on
That
Mugello.
many?
What's that?
That many already?
Oh yeah, they actually went by fairly quick. Like this, it started like a month ago, and to be honest, these weeks have absolutely flown. But yeah, so I think the lads are in the practice session right now, so we might as well just get straight into it.
Oh,
Um,
lovely.
gonna say for those that don't know the format, there's basically two different classes of cars. So I don't think Dylan you'd be too familiar with this.
No, not at all.
So we have these. So the car here that Darren and Peter are in is the LMP1 cars. So that they're kind of the faster cars. They're Porsche 919s. And so the six lads that are out on track at the minute are the LMP1 cars. And then you'll see there's later on there's these Beamer or BMW cars. They're the GT3 cars, and that's the second part of this championship. So there's actually two races going on here at the same time.
Oh, oh, that's interesting to see now. So lower and upper bracket kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. So the more skilled drivers will be in the upper bracket with the faster cars because they're harder to drive.
Ah,
So
should be an interesting evening anyway.
yeah, it'd be interesting to watch. So I think, looking at the results that we've had over the last couple of weeks, um, if I'm not mistaken here, Jur has actually already won the championship because he got a first and fastest lap and pole on both Monza and Silverstone, and he got a first and a pole in Nuremberg. So
He knows what
he's
he's doing.
yeah. Well, apparently there's a prize for the person that wins the championship, but I think he's the president of the club or the chairman or something or captain. He's one of the
Oh
others.
yeah,
So I don't know. Is that some like internal trade secrets or something that we're not aware of?
the servers. The boost packs like
Yeah.
you got the green shell.
Oh god, yeah. No, he's got that. He's got that blue shell in first place. Just sandbagging
Oh.
to get it, like. But yeah, so it's Jur on first place in the LMP1 class. Davide is second on 61. Peter is third on 60. So that would be an interesting fight to see in this championship because both of them have kind of been swapping second and third place in this championship. So it'll be interesting to see who kind of comes out on top there. Darren is not too far behind in fourth with 55 points. So if he's a really good race, he might actually be able to upset the order between second and third. Dara is in fifth on 44 points. He had a blistering Spa. He had first place in fastest lap, but in the last three races he's been having internet issues, so he's kind of down in
Oh,
fifth at the minute. And then last but not least is Oisín in sixth place on 40 points. And then in the GT3 series we have Trevor on pole. He's on pole yet, but he's in first in the championship with 97 points. So if he
is that some
gets
prediction?
Oh god. Well, I think if he gets pole in this qualifying session, he actually wins the GT3 series as well. So if he doesn't, he'll have to try. He basically has to come like a top four finish, I think, or something, just to guarantee it.
Would like to see it.
And then Stephen is in second with 79. Trevor and Stephen have been kind of swapping first place in the races and stuff. So again, could be an interesting battle there. Third is Iarlaith on 64. Fourth is Aaron on 60, so another battle there could happen. Sean, fifth with 40. Cathal, sixth with 14. These last three guys haven't actually partook in many of the races. So Cathal's sixth with
Oh,
14. Owen's seventh with 8, and Billy is eighth with 8.
uh,
And that's all the ranks, so now I can just talk normally.
the cars do go burr.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm just looking at the stream there now, and
Oh, sorry, I didn't start screen sharing, did I?
I was like, all right, I know what's happening. About
Yeah.
a minute after it happened.
No, I always do that. You can ask Oisín or Connor. The lads that were with me the last time.
So we're watching Darren Laura now. Very nice.
Yeah, so this is what we like to call the interstellar camera. Kind of has that
Oh, it's,
feel about it.
yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm going on a moonwalk right now. Well, not a moonwalk, but you get the picture.
You're just surrounding a
It's
black
been
hole.
the abyss that is college.
Just never ending and keeps pulling you in.
Yeah.
Sure, what's
Alright,
what's
well, I
what's
had to
another
say
level 8?
I know, yeah. Do you know what? I'm not really feeling my course. How's interior design look? What could
Oh
go
god.
wrong there?
There we go. I think my mic was clipping there for a sec.
Oh.
But
I've actually I've moved mine closer, so I feel like I need to be slightly more in tune with this.
you gotta warm up the vocal cords, get ready to sing your lovely ULRM racing ballad.
Putting the Vaseline on the lips.
Rubbing the Vicks on the neck.
Oh, sliding out in the grass there now.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is the actual proper qualifying session. We always seem to come late into these sessions because there's 2 servers that the lads use, and I'm never sure which one they actually.
Oh, okay. I'm going to assume that might not be the.
Oh, which might not be that?
Someone may have just given up.
Ah, well, the time is over, so the sessions
okay.
should be ending shortly. Oh yeah, I didn't explain how the sessions work. So basically, 10-minute practice there, which is just after finishing, and
Yes.
then there's 8-minute practice, and then the qualifying session is 2 15-minute sessions. So the LMP cars get to go out first for the first 15 minutes to try and set the fastest lap, and then the second 50 minutes the GT3 cars go out and try and set the fastest, and then that's how they dictate where they start on the racing grid.
And talking to someone that doesn't know what that means, what's the advantage and what's the difference between those 2 cars?
So pretty much the LMP1 cars have more power. They have more aero or downforce, which means they can take the corners at a faster speed.
Ooh, I like
And
that. Like a Kia Rio.
Oh god, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But they're pretty much like they're just in a much faster car overall. So I'd say on this track you'll probably see a time difference between the two of roughly about 20 seconds per lap.
That big?
Yeah, so you'll see the LMP1 cars will actually catch the these GT3 cars as they start going out. Jeez, where is Sean going? Oh. Sean's there trying to do King of the Ring. Man's up in Donegal. Iarlaith's just quietly passing through everyone.
I was like, oh, I didn't know if collision was on for this. When I saw that happening, then I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Collision's usually on in the pits, so it just mustn't be. I'd say now will the game actually.
Probably for a good reason there.
Yeah, I don't expect.
Oh, and this is Jer.
Yeah, so Jer has actually won the championship now, so it'll be interesting to see if he just decides to do this for fun or if he's actually going to try and get the pole again. Because I think he's had, or not the pole, to try and get first place again. Because yeah, he's had 3 first place finishes. He's been on the podium in every race, like, so he came 3rd in the first, and he's had first in the other 3 races. So it'll be quite a dominating lead if he can get first in this one as well.
It's more solid than anything I'd be able to do here. To be honest, if I was to do this race, I'd be looking for probably the slowest car, just to have a bit of fun.
Sure, I thought you had your driving license still. You'd be perfect for this.
I do, but I never said I could drive.
Don't know why they passed me, to be honest. Like,
no, no, I know exactly why they passed me. Sure, I had this woman instructor that had kids my age, and I just ended up talking about them going to college with her. She pure just wasn't looking at anything I was doing. At one point, we were going around, like, there's a road that goes around the town that I was doing the lesson in. And it's the speed limit there is 50, and sure I was doing 65. She just didn't give a shit.
You didn't happen to stop in like the McDonald's drive-through, sweeten the deal at the end, no?
Oh, stop! Do you know what? I went in there after anyway. Get the old McFlurry. Can't believe it's St. Patrick's Day.
I know, it really doesn't feel like it, does it?
Yeah, like I had college yesterday and college tomorrow, and I'm just stone cold sober, like.
I was gonna say, I have a sneaky suspicion if this was a normal year, we wouldn't be here right now doing this.
I don't know what gave that away, to be honest. Actually, like, the looks of this game is actually pretty nice, though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. To be honest, the only thing I don't really like about this game is that the spectating in it isn't fantastic. So you can probably see here that the computer is doing all the like selecting camera angles and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just because this game doesn't have like a real proper spectating mode.
Oh, okay.
So
it has set positions that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so pretty much you can actually write like code in Python or whatever to actually control the swapping of cameras over here. whatever.
Ah, yeah.
So this is just some stuff I downloaded online. Whereas
I
like,
was watching.
yeah, go on, say.
Oh no, continue. No, I was just watching a video about someone that did a load of coding on Python to make their Christmas tree go different patterns. But continue.
I was gonna say, I remember actually just when you say that, I remember as well there was a YouTube channel I came across where there was a guy who what was it? He basically programmed like a self-driving car for Grand Theft Auto 5, which is like it's like why not use like a real racing simulator? It's like such an odd game.
GTA 5 is definitely the weirdest one as well, because almost the driving is the funnest part about the game.
It's like, can your self-driving car get carjacked? Alright, so I think we're starting as well to see some time set by the lads. So Darren is setting a 128.7. So that was his first one now just after the outlap. Jura's behind by about half a second on a 129.3. Davide again is behind by another second-ish on a 130. And I don't think... sorry, Dara's... oh, Dara's in the race. Hopefully Dara's internet actually holds up, because if Dara can actually get a good lap, or get reliable internet, we could actually see him get first place here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came first in the very first race we had. But just literally in the last 3 races, he's had huge internet issues, so... Be interesting to see if his internet actually holds up. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I don't even know what my internet is. It's just plugged into the wall. The joys of living in this.
Yeah, and student accommodations. Like, oh,
yeah.
I do pay for electricity, don't I?
Barely.
You forget what bills look like, to be honest, when you're living in those places.
But like, no, because I pay Pinergy, and I have done for the last like 2 years. And for anyone that has never had to pay Pinergy, I hope you never do. That is the biggest rip-off. I think I'm down at least $1,000 from fucking Pinergy.
Is that like that prepaid power stuff, is it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the top up €40 and use €40 worth of electricity. But we'll sneak away a fiver when you're not looking, so you're only getting €35 worth.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like such a pain, like, because, like, when you run out of credit on your phone, the worst thing you do is you can't call someone. You run out of credit in your house, and you're just like, oh, my milk's gone off. Nice.
Oh, yeah. I went away for a weekend and came back to just... Like, I don't even know how I managed to not pass out. It stunk. Like, freezer defrosted, spilled across the floor, basically. Oh my god, I was crying.
Think of all the money you're saving, Dylan.
Yeah, no, liquidating everything is great. So anyway, racing.
Darren there is offsetting the 129.1, getting himself nicely in between Jur and Dara.
Good time.
So, I don't know, are these lads on their actual hot laps?
I like the colour. The yellow and pink goes quite well for me.
Yeah, no, to be honest, like the first race we had, so this is like a custom livery that you can put on the car.
Yeah.
But it's a mod, so we didn't have this for the first race, so all the cars looked identical, and we didn't have the names over the car either. So it's like, who are we looking at?
Do you have numbers at least?
No, like, because like the numbers don't mean anything really either, because they're just part of the random liveries that get shared out. Like, so you had nothing. That's why I just like the thing in the bottom left there that has the names, because that was genuinely the only thing that we had. Yeah, it was so hard.
That's fairly dodgy to look at as well. Like,
oh
first
yeah,
squinting at it.
no, 100%. Peter sets a 128.6. Not too bad. Oh, Dara comes back though and sets a 128.5.
Oh,
that's really nice. Jura sets a 128.6, just behind his brother by 0.04 of a second.
Oh, it's a family business.
Yeah, there's actually 3 of them in it. Stephen in the GT3 class as well is
also.
Oh,
that's very nice now.
Must be
some good times.
There must be some crack in the house though, having 3 steering wheels. Like, you get the whole convoy rolling out. Start up your trucks.
They're all placed different places in the room, so they're either beside each other or behind each other. So it's just...
I'm just playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 and just going, like, bringing stuff together.
I feel like Euro Truck would be so funny, just like as a LAN. Everyone's sitting around by each other. Interesting concept for going back to college.
sec now. I forgot to actually turn on one of the things here. Big tire size. There we go. Yeah, so all the lads are actually on soft tires as well.
I still have cars playing in the background.
Oh yeah, actually, I actually think we mentioned you like 2 or 3 streams ago.
Yeah, I popped in briefly, and I think you were talking to Oisín about it. Because I said something about cars, and then he just kept he kept bringing it up.
Yeah, for those that aren't in the know, Dylan's our resident cars expert. He knows pretty much all there is to know, I think.
Yeah, I think I watched it probably a scary amount. I can't even think of excuses to watch it anymore. It just ends up on.
You just come to terms with it. You come to accept it's who you were.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah, let's see. Darren's going across the line. Can he send you a fast lap? Oh, he gets a bit faster. It takes 3/100 or 3/10 off his own time, but still not enough to get him out of 4th. Probably going back to the pits, maybe do a small setup change. Jeez.
So time-wise, how much time do they actually have to make changes and to get the good time?
Yeah, so they have up until 15 minutes, and then they have to pit, and the GT3 cars get to go out. Now, I have noticed some lads being a bit cheeky with the time, or where if they're like halfway around the track, they'll try and still finish their time. They may not cross the finish line until 14 minutes, but in this track, I don't think being the difference between first and second is too much, because you kind of come into a right, left, right chicane. So it's important, but it's still not the be-all and end-all.
So the times we're seeing now would be like the fastest of the evening.
Yes, I would imagine so. Oh, Dara comes. Was that actually no? Sorry, Peter got. I think just got a new lap there. Yeah, Peter got a 1:28.587. So again, 0.04 of a second off. So close.
Oh my! You can't write this.
I just can't write.
There is no point mocking other colleges. LIT is still.
I say, Jer here seems like he's going on quite a normal pace, but usually the tidiest laps are the quickest, so we'll see what his time is here as he comes across the line. And yeah, there we go, 1:28.4. Holy crap, Jer.
Yeah, remind me not to judge it, because I was like, God, he's gone so slow.
Jesus, let's hope his turn 1 doesn't end up like that in the race. He did pretty much that in Monza, where like you basically come down the super long straight, and then there's like a really sharp right-hand turn.
Oh,
and then it goes left again. But he just completely like banjacks the braking, and like everyone in the race got affected because he was up in first. Jeez, that is some lap by Jer though. Davide sets a 1:29.8. See, it's funny though. So the way Davide just kind of set up for these races is he doesn't really go for pole, and he's not too worried about the starting position. So it's more for him just kind of getting comfortable with the car for the actual race.
See.
So
That's good to know, though.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see now. I would be surprised if he doesn't start in softs. Because looking at his times, it doesn't seem like he's incredibly pushing the car.
Yeah, he looks like it's quite nice. Like you feel like he has the picnic basket with him and everything.
Yeah, that's two kids in the back, like.
The bottle of champagne to crack open on the hill.
Yes.
And the car starts rolling into the river. Classic movie scenes.
That's it. As the car drives by, you can just hear the scream of the children fighting over a pack of fruit pastilles.
Oh, do you know what? I'd kill for a pack of them right now. Them and like a bag of like rancheros.
Oh man, jeez, I've had rancheros in years, I'd say.
I had a Dr. Pepper this morning. Well, not this morning. Like I bought it and had it during the day, and it just felt so good. Like it's one of those things where like you don't have it for about 2 years, and then you have it and you feel like, oh, I'm just full for the next 2 years now until I think about it again.
Yes. You just have to remind yourself what it tastes like, and the memories, and then you just don't want to taste it again because you know it's going to ruin it.
Yeah, oh no, it's not something that you could overdo.
Yes.
I feel like...
If you have it too much, the taste and the nostalgia will just wear away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm afraid to buy Monster Munch in case I don't like it anymore.
Oh, Peter comes across and sets a 1:28.3, pipping his brother to the fastest lap. Or to the
That's
pole. Oh, will Ger go out and try and do one better lap? Peter's going to be delighted with that. Ger has had like fastest lap twice. I don't know. Has Peter ever had fastest lap? Actually, I'll just check here. Peter has not had fastest lap, so this could be a new one for him. Let's see here though if Darren can have anything to do about it. It's quite tidy. Oh, he's actually nowhere near where I thought he was on the track.
I'm just trying to, I don't know where he is either.
Yeah, he's just coming around. See that last thing before the long straight? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
where
where the
he is.
yellow
Yeah,
arrow.
exactly.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting the hang of this now. Who knows? One day I might actually. No, I won't compete. I know I won't.
You just roll up in your Kia.
I'll
Hey
stick
guys.
to my fate.
Darren comes across the line, improves his time by 100th or a 10th of a second, but still is stuck in 4th. Lads are
like it's.
Sorry, go on.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say it's the fact he's in 4th place and he's off by like 0.3.
Oh yeah, no, like the thing that makes this such a great sport to watch as well, or even an esport like, is that one mess in the entire race and you're done. Like, so you basically have a solid 45 minutes where you can't mess up. So it's basically like, as you know, in like League of Legends or Dota, where if you make a mistake early game, how it can affect you for the entire thing.
It sounds bad that I don't play them either, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, no, this is pretty much that, but worse. Like, you mess up in this, and your entire race could be ruined. Like,
career gone down the toilet.
Yeah.
Nobody's hiring you.
Have to go back to college.
Yeah. ULRM, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more than that.
So the lads usually, like, I think this is the first time they've ever done any, like, an actual sim racing event or a championship thing. The lads usually do go-karting there, and you know the National Kart Centre there behind where UL is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they usually do stuff there, and they run their own championships there. But obviously with COVID and stuff, they can't do that.
Yeah. So they brought it online.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I think, to be honest, I could see this being something that, like, I would... Yeah, exactly. I think these guys should continue this, because it's definitely a lot of fun to watch. And as well, like, don't get me wrong, but, like, go-karts aren't as fast as these sort of yonks, like.
You make a good point. Can't spin out at 150 kilometers an hour into a ditch.
Actually, yeah, so this is the end of the LMP1 session now, so we should see the lads coming across the line and coming back into the pits. Davide sets a slightly faster time, but still stuck in fifth. So Peter actually manages to nip pole position, and that's a nice 4 points for him. I think that'll help him. Yeah, so that puts him 3 points ahead of Davide now coming into this race, so it's really all to fight for.
But really is close.
Yeah, no, just when you're actually on about the karting thing there, I remember I went before, I think the archery guys were going. And I went to the karting centre anyway. And there's kind of this chicane thing in it, so like, it's basically the fastest part of the track, where it's like kind of, you're going fast, about a 60-degree left turn goes a bit, and then a 60-degree right turn to go back straight again. And there's pillars on each of the corner. So I was going around, like, flat out around this. And as I come around the second one, right, can't see because of the pillar, isn't there a cart, like, spun out completely in my racing line, like 90 degrees. I can't go anywhere because I'm carrying too much speed. But, like, I can only be in one thing. Welt this guy in the sides of the cart, right? I'll never forget his head, the way it jolted.
Oh my god.
I remember then after that, like, so that was great. Obviously, it was just a racing incident, not a lot you could do about it. It was just an accident. Come in after the race, go up to your man, it's like, "Jeez, are you alright?" It's like, "You broke my glasses." He shows me his glasses. He's wearing a helmet, but hit him that hard, the glasses inside the helmet just they were completely fucked.
Did you know him?
Oh yeah, no, I knew him well. Like, it was.
Oh,
yeah, no, we
didn't know him at all.
No, we went as a group, but like, no, it was so well, because I'd say, geez, I must have been probably going, I'd say about 30 kilometers an hour. Like I was going like on the fastest part of the track. Jeez, it was some belt.
And he never parked near you again.
Have you gone go-karting yourself, actually?
Yeah, but whatchamacallit? Is it the Kart World down in Cork? And that was probably yonks ago, but honestly, as a track itself, it's quite nice, but if you basically leave the track, because it's like the tarmac and then the gravel around it, there's no barriers.
Oh, is it outside? Is it?
So yeah. So it's like an outdoor one. But it's it was I think it was TY I probably went last. But I remember going really fast around the corner, like to the point where I skidded out into the gravel because there's like a. The worst part is the gravel is like slightly lower than the tarmac, so if you go off the tarmac, you have to
Oh,
get someone to help you back on.
yeah, it pulls you
And
into the gravel, like.
yeah, and it was just skidding out there, and there was just so many of us that were like on it. I think there was like 15 of us at one time. So there's like, and there was only two people helping. So yeah, so it was just pure stuck out in the middle of the gravel and waiting for an extra 5 minutes of like only half an hour for someone to come over to help you because they're just so busy just trying to flail kids back onto a cart line. It just felt like, you know, when you lose the scale electric and it goes under the couch.
Just that sheer
like that kind of
disappointment,
job.
like.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I'll just get it later. Like,
Um, that's what we really need, is the Scale Electric Championship.
oh,
Oh,
I hear.
so let's say Iarlaith, or Trevor manages just to pip Iarlaith there by setting a 155. Stephen though sets a 160 or 152. Not too bad. These lads are quite close in their grouping.
Yeah, this is already.
I feel like Iarlaith has another at least 3 tenths to get out of that car. But we'll see how he gets on.
That's a nice looking car.
Would you believe they're actually not that expensive to buy? If you look on Dundee and stuff, you can get a Z4 for like.
I look there now.
You can get a Z4 for about $4,000. Like, they're really not that expensive at all.
Are they BMWs?
Oh, he's coming across on Stephen's line. Yeah, they are BMWs. I don't think they have the big old wang on the back, but
My God.
they're really not that expensive, are they?
Yeah, like 6K here.
I think, Jim, that could be you rolling up to LIT. Oh, Stephen. Oh.
This one has no price. It must be free.
Yeah, it's free to go home.
Imagine actually getting a car for that reason.
You look like a nice bloke.
I think it's the one disadvantage of living in Ireland is there's no rich, senseless YouTubers running around just giving away shite.
Well, I'm sure there's a couple of Irish YouTubers that just have loads of money.
Yeah, Dahi Denogla.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
We saw the lads just sell you like a Nissan Almira or something, like, or just to give it to you.
Yeah, you know all those like giveaway things. So like you see them for like CS:GO and like all that stuff. Imagine that, but it's just the Irish version, and it's just do you want a Nissan Micra?
Press like to.
Yeah, the press like. Don't forget to subscribe. You know I would enter as well.
Be so impractical, like, cause like the postman can't just rock up to your door and that, like little shit box just, like, knocks the door. There you go.
I don't know, like the size of them, you could almost fit them in your pocket sometimes.
Yes.
Oh no, I think the only problem with like these kind of cars is I love the look of them, but I just need a car that has big boot space.
Oh, what you be carrying?
Bodies.
But yeah, it's my kids.
lots of gear bags.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I feel like a boot space is just one of those things that I enjoy having. But
makes me feel like a man. Just I'm practical.
getting the Ford Transit just to turn it into a semi-camper. I put a beanbag in the back there now, so.
Oh man.
Speaking of which, actually, it's race day here, but it's also the week at Cheltenham, isn't it?
Is it Cheltenham this week? I did hear bits about it, but I actually don't know.
Yeah, also, I assume you haven't been doing any betting or anything like that.
Oh god, no. I have CS:GO for that, sure. No.
That's so true. There's so much more to lose there.
Yeah. Why would I bet on real things when I can bet on virtual things?
I bought P250 sand dunes because I hope they go up in price.
I did that with the Mr. Chief. I bought like 10 of them. I was like, you know, I might get €2 for these instead of the euro I paid for. And the price is just stagnated at the €1. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, they're good stickers, but I don't know. I think they just look good on your op, like.
That's why I have 4 of them on it, because I'm like, well, I can't sell these things now. I just got
I
stuck
lose
with them.
money if I sell them. 70 cent Steam tags. So is Assetto Corsa? This is a Steam game, yeah? You can get it on Steam.
Yeah, you can get it on Steam, yeah.
Okay.
What are you going buying?
I don't know. I feel like this is one of the games where like I genuinely could just play for about 12 hours and just not remember playing it at all.
I know, it's definitely really good. Like I have the VR and stuff for this, and like, it's nuts how realistic it feels when you're in it. Now, my steering wheel and stuff is absolute crap, so like, it like the steering and stuff feels bad, but the actual, just when you have the headset on, like, you can see the stuff in the distance and things, and everything's just a lot more intuitive. Like, we don't see how far away the corner is here,
Yes.
but like when you have it in the 3D, it's just so much easier to position the car and stuff. I think that's what's impressive with these lads setting these times, is that they don't have that. Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't think anyone here plays on VR. So like,
Oh, so would you say you have an advantage when you play?
I would if I was good.
Oh, that's a good factor actually to account for.
Yeah, no.
You know,
But put it this way, if I took the 3,000 hours I have in CS:GO and pushed into this, it'd definitely be, well, one, I kind of wish I did. And like, it's the same as that. It's all about like how much you play it or how much experience you have.
yeah. No, I mean I have the 1,500 hours in CS, but I really can't say much about what I have accomplished in that
What?
time.
Aren't you supreme? No.
Right. We don't talk about it. Shouldn't be like. Sure, look, I'm just a shitter to Des anyway, so. That's still my highlight of my career. It was just how much of a rush I was to leave after
wow.
as well. I couldn't stay around.
Sorry,
Was that a good-
Stephen's just
142.
after setting a massive lap. He's taking 3/4 of a second off his time. How did he manage that? There was one corner there. I don't know if it counts as him exceeding track limits, but he was, yeah, like, I don't know if that should be allowed.
I didn't see it. That didn't happen for me.
I didn't either, so I redact that statement.
Let's just say, if this was you on a go-kart, that would have been your man's glasses snapped again.
Actually, I don't know if you're watching, but there was there was 2 huge accidents in the F1 last season on this track.
I saw those, yeah.
Like, just a
Wait,
massive
F1?
in the Formula 1, yeah.
Like, the real Formula 1 now, not in this.
No, in the real Formula 1. It was the same track, so it was the first time this track was on the calendar.
And was that when your man smacked off the barrier and set on fire?
No, that was Bahrain, I think. Oh, yeah, that was Roman Grosjean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should look it up. If you just type in Mugello F1 accident, I don't know, top funny fail, or whatever you need to type in for YouTube, like, or something.
I'll do F1 accident. Dramatic multi-car crash.
Dramatic multi-car crash.
Is it the 2020 Tuscan Grand Prix?
That'd be the one. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I got 3 minutes to watch. I'll keep you running on what I think.
That's it. Just fill you in on the lower.
Oh, it already happened. I just clicked on it and said. Oh, this is this track. I see
Sean
it.
has a tiny bit of oversteer. Man, just catch it though. Jeez, these cars, the lads really must be running not much aero in the back. They're all over the place. Probably need it though for that. There's a fair few straight sections on it.
So while this is happening as well, the cars that have already gone out and set to like the 128s, are they all sitting in the pit now waiting for?
Yeah, exactly. They're just waiting for the session to end. But so if you look there, they've all actually swapped over to mediums as well. So they've used this time to change the setup on their cars. So they're not going to go out in the qualifying setup because the lads would have been running like very little fuel. So the cars are lighter, so they can set faster times.
It's interesting that you can do that much in this game, like fuel and everything like that.
Oh, you can change like the whole suspension setup and like your wings and stuff and all that stuff. There's a lot to it. Like you could, a good setup could easily take like the difference between the good and the bad setup could be the difference of like a few seconds. Like,
Oh yeah, like first and last.
oh yeah, 100%. Like that's what I'm saying. If you watch these guys come into these corners, so like, well, they all have auto clip on, but you can see that like their back end is very washy. Like it goes out a lot. So I think what they're doing is they're just not running much wing in the back to try and get
faster on the straights.
Faster on the straights, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking here. The car seems fairly well composed. They're really running over these curves. Something shocking though. That was completely off the track.
Do you know what? If it gets the time, it works for me. And it's been working for him so far with the 149.46.
To be honest, looks like he's having a tiny bit of understeer in this setup. Oh yeah, he's too eager on the throttle there. Also, I'd say his car might be set a tiny bit too low. Just the ride height looks really flat in it. And if he's going to keep riding the curbs like this, he probably would benefit by just having it a tiny bit higher and have a slightly, not so much a softer suspension, but just enough. So that, like, just when he's like, because he's being so aggressive on these curbs, there's going to be an awful lot of, he's going to cause the car to become very unstable.
Yeah.
So I think he would benefit if he just softened his suspension a tiny bit and raised the car a small bit. Because looking at his car, it does seem quite twitchy. Then again, who am I to talk? He's had a lap that's a whole second faster than everyone else.
It worked somehow, anyway.
Going to cross the line. Can he cross the line so he can get one last lap in? Oh, or is he going to finish? No, he's finished. He said a better lap time? No, slightly off. Oh, he actually drifted wide there, I think. So that's Stephen on a 149.4. Can Trevor do anything to beat that? It's a bit unsettling for the car there. So you can tell a lot as well. So see the bars in the bottom. See the blue, the red, and the green.
Yeah, I was looking at them earlier. He was.
Yeah.
Are they something to do with the? I would say pedals, maybe.
Yeah, they are. So the blue is the clutch, the red is the brake, and the green is the throttle.
Ah.
And then the one beside that is force feedback clipping. You don't need to worry about that one. And then the circle beside that is the steering angle.
Oh, okay.
So that's why. So if you see that like flick back or whatever, that means that they're catching oversteer or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you can see as well,
like a lot of control.
Like the way these cars are blipping. So when you watch here now, as Trevor shifts down the gear. Oh, okay, it doesn't show it.
That's
Oh, Trevor set a better time. Yeah, he's still in second though, is he?
Didn't. Yeah, but he got a better time going into it anyway, which is.
Okay, I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom before this race starts. Apologies for leaving you.
Lovely. Hello, chat. I don't know what I'm talking about here, but we'll see what's going on in the news. No, that's F1 crashes. I'll come back to that later. Funny moments. I assume we won't be waiting long for the next race, but I will go check chat now and see if anyone's been typing in it. Here I go. How is everyone? What are you all up to? Ooh, there's two people in here now. Who are they? I see what you're up to. No, I haven't found it. So from what I'm looking at is just everyone's lined up in the pit, and my stream is just gone, but I am still here. Oh, is something happening? I feel like Jack is absolutely sprinting to the bathroom now. I feel like he's going to come back any second and just be like panting. Some man for one man, but shout out to anyone that's watching this. Maybe it might be John. I don't think he is though. I'm looking at a dark screen, so I don't see much that's happening. I'm just kind of talking out my absolute arse here. Well, what movie did I watch the other day that was good now? No, it wasn't good. I watched Need for Speed the other day. I wasn't sure what I was doing watching it, but wait, which one was it? I think it was the third one. Oh, I hear him coming back now. This is good because like I am running out of topics to talk about.
Okay, we're back.
Hello, Jack.
There's no towel in the bathroom though, so I need to find something to rub my hands with.
I thought you were gonna say rub something else with.
Surely my hands be wet enough for that. A race off. Darren gets going.
That was an interesting start now.
Darren. What has happened? I think Darren is lagging out. That's a bit unfortunate. He's always had internet issues. Peter manages to pip. Oh, 2 cars, 3. Oh my god.
This is going all over.
What happened there? Davide manages to avoid that. Somehow Jur also manages to get away. I thought he kind of spun there at the start as well.
Yeah,
No, okay, Jur's off the track. Davide is already... I think the clock's a bit busted. What on earth is after happening in this turn 1? The GT3 cars are pulling ahead. Okay. Davide in the lead. Second place is Stephen, somehow. Trevor is third, managed to avoid all that. Oh, dodgy rejoin there from Jur. Peter manages to overtake Jur, though. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
This is so messy.
Yeah, I think Sean must have got completely cleaned out of it, looking at that. Oh my god, that was some start. Alright. Stephen in the lead with a GT3 car. Oh, the Brett brothers in all the podiums.
They're all top 3.
Stephen, how are you like 8 seconds ahead of the LMP1 cars? Is Jur retiring? Okay, maybe the lads have agreed to do a restart.
Maybe.
Oh my god. So yeah.
That was simultaneously the worst and best start to a race I have ever seen.
Oh my god. That's the messiest start we've had so far. Yeah, we must have a restart about to happen. Oh my god.
You missed my awkward minute of chatting about what I watched and what's in the news.
I watched the news.
my filler was what's in the news. Oh no, that's just funny car fails. Then I switched it back to I watched Need for Speed 3 the other day. Which I did, and I don't know why I did.
Is there a Need for Speed 3 film?
No, not Need for Speed.
Oh, Tokyo Drift.
What did I say now? Oh, it was definitely Need for Speed that I said. Anyway, that doesn't exist.
Are we... What is the story here? You'll have to have a bit of patience with us, guys. I have no idea what's actually happening. Please don't.
If Jack doesn't know, I also do not know.
Just hope. See, I can't go back to the pits because it starts me again. And it threatens to close OBS every time I do that. So I don't know what the story is. I would say, looking at it, the guys are going to do a server restart. They can't just restart the session, though, so I'm not entirely sure. Right. Let me ask. Lads, restarting. A bit upsetting, though. Stephen there was in the lead by quite a bit.
It actually would have been a very interesting race had it gone like that.
Just the session. Okay, so I have confirmed that we are doing a race restart. I think it was Dara again that internet just completely crapped itself.
Yeah, you can see it from the start. He kind of just lagged across the whole course.
Okay, so hold on now. So I'm gonna have to yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the stream there, or restart, not the stream, the connection to the server. That's great though. If you want to go get a cup of tea, that sound.
Me?
Is that what you said you were doing?
No, I was changing my Spotify playlist.
Ah, okay.
I'd burned through listening to Danny's listen along for the last say at least 9 hours. Said I'd put on my own music for once. Okay, did I tell you about my presentation I had to do the other day?
No.
So basically, with my course, we have to do facilitation exercises, which is basically just trying to get people to get involved in group work. Yeah. So that's grand and all, and I would have been able to do it fine. I managed to give myself E. coli from a salad. And the night before, I was like, oh god, I'm to do a presentation in the morning. I just was like, no, this is not happening. I ended up getting sick that night. Which wasn't too bad because it actually just tired me out, so I got a great sleep. I woke up anyway.
How can you get food poisoning from a salad from? You can't undercook
E. coli, you don't wash it properly if you buy it from a shop. Always wash your salads. I, I, I washed no, but like I washed the bag that I had used before, and like that was grand. And then I kind of forgot to do that, but then I remembered, and I was like, should I wash it? And I was like, didn't get it from the last fine. I regret that to this day. Getting sick about 10 minutes before my presentation starts. We get split into like groups. We get split into groups, like the groups that we have to present in. Like we get put into different chat rooms, and I'm like, hang on a second, I gotta go get sick. I'll be back in a sec. So pure spilling my guts out, and then my tutor comes in, and I'm like, can I just go first so we can get this out over and done with? Pure like vile. I'm like, it's just like any other questions, and I don't even think I really, I don't even think I waited for a response because I was just like, no, thank you, that's great. It's just ended it. Stopped the recording, just went and just got sick again, and I was like, no.
Jesus. Were you only
It's
sick
not
for the?
though.
Were you only sick for the one day, or were you sick for a couple of days? Or
Like I had a banging headache for like the day, basically the day before and the day of, and then the day after that, I was just like groggy, where you know that feeling where you feel like you're recovering, but it's just like I
you
just can't be arsed.
you're just wore out, like.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just like that, and then it was all right. No, I'm grand now. It worked well actually. I think it was last Thursday. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I think we're back in the stream now. I was gonna say I'm not entirely sure what they're gonna do for the starting position, so we'll see. Because I
I'll
don't.
just scoot around into it.
Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the lads are just like, screw this, and just start wherever they start. Like.
Fair, yeah. But yeah, that's my news anyway. Anything interesting happen in your life during this fun lockdown we're stuck in?
Not particularly, no. Kind of working away at doing Sims for my PhD, but that's about it. Genuinely nothing at all exciting, like.
Yeah, no. Like it's kind of difficult. Like, if you're not talking about like games that you're playing, there's not much else going on.
Well, yeah, no, 100%. Like, it's. I don't know. I think it kind of it comes to the point where like you want to see people, but you're also like, if I see them, I'm not going to be able to tell them anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only thing that's mine is every time I try to walk for a chicken roll, I get scared by a group of kids I see.
That's understandable. You're living over there in Cartavon, like.
Yeah, like I don't know, it's just walking to a spar, like, and it's the closest shop for most people in Moyross. So you're just walking past groups of kids, and you're just there like, you're like, no, I only carry on 50 cents, sorry, bud.
Oh man.
To be fair, I'll take living in Cratloe over living in Thomond. Living in Thomond last year was quite an experience because it has that like dark road down to it,
Yeah.
and I'd say 2 or 3 times towards like the start when I was living there, I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep my keys grouped in between my fingers, so if we see anyone and they can pounce on me, I'll just jab them.
Right, and on that note, we're back in the race. So
I
yeah,
tell you, Jack.
I don't think they're actually going to fixing the grid. I think they're just going to get started. So
That's all right though.
it shouldn't be too bad. I think it'll be interesting to see how far the LMP1 cars at the back, how quick they can come through the order to actually, if they
Are
can get
you
ahead.
in the?
Oh, sorry, my stream probably broke again.
Yeah, I was.
Sorry, I was too invested in listening to your story about keys.
You're welcome. I was wondering why you asked me to do this, and now I know why.
Okay, here we go.
Because
Lights.
Oisín's in.
We're going to get the lights
Oh.
going. Race starts. Okay. Oh god. Okay, are we going? Are we live?
Don't know.
Oh, okay. No, I think they're trying to get back in the order, and they might try and do a rolling start
Oh, okay.
to keep
It's
the
just
order.
the same still.
Okay. I was expecting something really hectic from the first one. And it's like, oh, okay. Okay, are we live? Davide's just trimming the grass.
Oh.
Okay, the lads must be going for a full lap around, are they?
Probably, and then they'll take it from the next lap, maybe.
Yeah, so they do this in normal racing as well. So whenever there's a safety flag or whatever, so
Yeah.
basically Peter gets to set the rate. So what'll happen is only when they get to the back straight, when Peter like starts putting the power down, he has to commit, and then everyone else can do it. This can actually work pretty well for Peter if he can bait out the guys behind him to actually kind of basically do their acceleration at the wrong time. You see about
Just straight into a corner.
I don't think the lads are realizing though. This actually opens up a gap between them and the GT3 cars. So
Yeah.
let's see now. To be honest, the gap between the guys is very consistent. I'm kind of surprised.
It's really good. It's quite nice to watch, actually.
I was going to say, I have a sneaky suspicion we're not going to be seeing Peter on the straight. I don't think the game is going to see it as being interesting.
This is the same track.
Oh yeah, no it is. They just had to
Where is it?
restart.
Oh,
Well, I don't know if they had to
different,
restart the server. Maybe it was just lag or something. I genuinely don't know.
Yeah. And are these like locally hosted servers or?
I'm not entirely sure where this server's hosted. I know Jur has one, and I think this is Davide's server. But I think both of them just pay for them online. So.
Okay, yeah, fair.
We're coming around the final bend. Please look at Peter, game. Please be nice. So Peter's about to put the foot down. Is he? Let's look at Davide. Peter still hasn't committed to putting the accelerator down. Are we getting going? Yeah, Peter's going. Let's go.
Lovely.
Okay, nice. So the gap, Darren manages. Sorry, Dara manages to overtake Jur, and Davide manages to overtake Darren. Comes into that first corner. Still pretty clean, is it? Darren must have spun out a small bit.
Oh,
Okay,
I see, yeah.
Jur also seems to have got a bit of oversteer as well. Davide comes into second, Darren into third. The GT3 cars have also started. Let's see how they come into turn one. Iarlaith comes in a tiny bit hot. Manages to recover it though. And yeah.
Stephen anyway in the lead, isn't it?
Well, that was a pretty clean restart anyway. I don't think the lads trusted themselves to do normal start. See, isn't that just typical Mugello? Like we were on about that big crash thing earlier.
Oh, I actually watched the video there as well when you went to the bathroom, and it was quite nice actually. It was quite funny to watch.
Oh, is Jar going to take Darren? Jar's on the inside line. Oh, denies Darren the inside. Oh, can Dara exploit that? He can't. Jar gets a nice position on this line though. Dara also closing that gap up. Gets slightly better exit on Darren. He's going to challenge him on the outside. Can't do it though, and probably going to try and cut in. Do slightly late apex. Oh no, Dara I think is just lagged out again.
Oh, I think he has, yeah.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Oh no, is that him back on the?
He's back on now, but he definitely went into the gravel trap there.
Yeah. That's
this corner. This corner that these lads are coming into is so hard to get right because it's like it's down, it's slightly cambered, and like I think it's multi-radius. I think it gets slightly tighter on the exit, so the apex isn't where you think it is. So you have to kind of like hit an early apex, drift tiny bit wide, and come back in for the second apex. It's just really hard to get right. Like,
not a fan of those words or that corner.
Yeah. Those words make
Big
that
words.
corner scary.
I don't like it. This is where you excel at this commentary as well. For like, you're able to describe how they're attacking the corner and everything like that, and I'm just like, yeah, nice.
Oh man, no, sure. I remember like I had to stream like League of Legends before, and it's just I can't say anything. Like it's like he presses the button, he does the move. Like got to the point where I didn't even know where the champions were called. Like
I feel like we should almost cast a League of Legends thing one time, just so there's literally no information.
You could literally turn it into a podcast and nothing would change. Like, oh, Jared gets a good run on Peter though. Oh, Jared thinks about the inside line, doesn't going to tuck in behind Peter. Goes tiny bit wide, get slightly earlier apex. Might get a tiny bit better exit speed on the straight. Find his brother now. Is he catching though? He is slowly catching.
He is. He's going for the overtake.
Challenging him on the outside. Peter will have the inside line though, coming into this braking zone. And I think Ger backs off that a small bit.
Probably reduce the speed for the corner just to be safe.
Yeah, well, there wasn't really much. Ger would have to lunge to get that up past, and to be honest, I don't think it's really worth it for him.
Yeah, at this point as well. Yeah, he's still in second anyway.
Yes. Well, all they need to do now is so there's still another 35 minutes to this. Oh, my tire info is gone. I assume all the fast cars are on mediums and maybe the other lads are on softs. Oh, Ger's on softs as well. Yeah, Ger should definitely have this pass in Peter, but he'd want to do it soon before his tires start getting knackered. So, Iarlaith drifts wide. Trevor manages to take advantage of that, but Trevor somehow is also... Okay, both lads must have drifted wide. That helps Stephen to pull his lead up to about 6 seconds, though. Coming into this absolutely dirty corner. I'm not even sure what these corners are called. Nice tidy.
So is this game advanced enough there?
Oh, Darren gets a tiny bit oversteer though. Manages to catch it, but that definitely slows him down. And Ger manages to overtake Peter, just what I expected. To be honest, I thought he would have waited for the straight, but let's see here.
Taking every chance he can get.
Well, I think if he waited to the straight, it would have been to the point where it's like Peter here now can re-attack. Maybe? No, actually, Ger must have got a slightly better exit than Peter. So what Peter has to remember here now is that it's not really worth fighting this. Darren takes the outside line. Is he going to try and cut back in on the inside of Davide? No, Darren just drifts wide. Carries too much speed into the corner. Yeah, so if you come wide into a corner like that, you kind of want to be on the outside for speed, but if someone comes back in on your inside, they cut your line. Which means you now have... It's kind of a bit of a pain because you had the speed for a corner that you can no longer take.
Yeah.
So you have no choice but to drift wide. Yeah, it's a tiny bit of a pain. Peter though is doing quite well to keep up with Ger here.
Yeah, he's really holding to it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if Ger is.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah, well, he's going to get caught in the chicane. Nice yielding there from Stephen, was it? Oh no, from Sean, I'd say.
We're coming to the point where all the cars are lapped. It's a lap now, isn't it, between them?
Yeah, so you'll see the LMP cars lap the GT3 cars about 3 or 4 times, I'd imagine. But, yeah, no, nice tidy racing here from Peter and Ger.
He's in the 6th gear. Oh, neutral, 3rd, 2nd.
Yeah.
Sorry, just like the numbers. It's quite interesting.
So their hands 10 to 2 on the steering wheel. Is it 10 to 2 or was it 10 to 2 or was it quarter to 3 that you were told when you were doing the driving lessons or driving test? I know you're a couple of years younger than me, so you know, when they're teaching you where to place your hands on the wheel.
Oh, I got the 3 and 9.
Okay, yeah, because see, I was told the 10 and 2 when I was doing it.
10 and 2 is so much easier. You can get way more of a turn on it.
True. To be honest, I normally use 3 and 9.
I just use 12.
12.
The seat line all the way back, looking at the ceiling, just
it's like
leaving it to itself.
I think it was one of my brother's friends. Whenever he'd be driving on the national, an N road or a motorway, he used to just steer the car with his knees.
Oh, I do that sometimes if it's straight. I just hold it with knees, and then I'll open if I'm eating a pack of crisps or something. That's the prime time to just take a munch when you got the straight.
Oh, you're the dress wide. Trevor can take advantage of that. Kind of a bit of a pain though, because he has to yield to the LMP1 cars as well, so Trevor's not going to be able to make the pass. Okay, nice and tidy from the rest of the boys though. Trevor gets good exit on Iarlaith. Does Iarlaith yield here? Trevor has the inside line. Iarlaith brings too much speed into it, drifts wide, clips the grass, just about misses Trevor. That was very lucky from Trevor. Or very lucky for Trevor.
Yeah, he got away there now. He could have been in the grass as well.
Yeah.
So who's winning in that section of the cars now? Would that be?
So Stephen is still ahead by a good 7 seconds.
Oh yes.
And I think I'll have a look at the things here, but I think Trevor, all he has to do is come if Trevor comes first or second, I think he's won.
Oh.
But think it was Stephen. Yeah, Stephen had pole. Let's see, that puts him at 83. So yeah, I think if Trevor comes first or second, he wins.
You like that chat?
So Trevor still has a fair bit to fight for here.
Yeah, he's doing it as well. He's staying reasonably close anyway.
Interesting to see here now. There isn't as much traffic on the track this week as there was last week. There's a couple of more GT3 cars. The LMP cars really had to fight getting around them.
Oh.
Which is quite a wide line there.
That would have been. Yeah.
Comes up here, nice and tidy. Yeah, they both get about the same exit. Catching, let's see here. Davide slightly wide on the apex. Oh, whoa, Dara, geez, that's very wide.
They're very close to each other though.
Yeah, so I think if you look at the lines and stuff the lads are using here, I think they're not going completely flat out. I think they're just kind of just coasting a bit. I think so. It's
staying
not really,
in it.
Yeah, so it's the sort of thing like if you drive on the edge all the time, you're bound to make a mistake at some point. And making a mistake obviously is very costly. So these guys just kind of want to. They're racing, but they're not going to be super aggressive. Darren here might get a good take on Davide though. Nah, that's a yield. Takes it nice and handy. Oh,
so the further we get into this, the more intense it would probably get for.
What you'll see is it's very bunched at the start. It spreads out in the middle, and then it bunches up again. So we're kind of getting.
Okay.
Now we have an extra lap here that wasn't really raced, which means that these tires are going to be a bit better. So there's a mandatory one pit stop that every car has to do.
Okay, yeah, that's I suppose it's only fair.
Well, I think, no, I could be wrong in this, but I think Jur was on mediums in the last race, and I think he's on softs now. So
yeah, he's on softs at the moment anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if that's allowed for a restart. I don't think you're meant to change your tires, but we let him off.
I didn't see it anyway. I don't see anything.
Let's see now. I'm just gonna open up the championship thing here. So
would you say there's more of an advantage though from swapping from softs to mediums or mediums to soft towards the end?
It depends on the strategy you're going for. So 3 races ago on, oh my god, what track was it? Let me have a look here. On Monza, Davide pulled out. So everyone was kind of pitting at the 20-minute mark and going for like mediums and mediums, or like softs and softs.
Okay.
But Davide went a 30-minute stint on the mediums and then a 10-minute stint on the softs. So the actual soft tires are banjaxed around the 20-minute mark. So because Davide went so long on the mediums, when he came out on the softs, his softs were a good like second quicker than everyone else. And he managed to come back from 5th place all the way into 2nd in the last 10 minutes. So there's loads of different strategies and stuff like that as well. So what you'll see here is, since there's that lap less, I would be surprised if Peter, Davide, and Darren don't go to softs. I think Jur and Dara will just try to have softs both times. So Jur, from what I've seen these last couple of weeks, like to make that gap, and then just kind of try not to push the tires over that, because I think he knows he's a tiny bit faster. So he just wants to get ahead of the traffic. Well, the thing is, if you're racing this traffic all the time, you're really putting excess wear on your tires because you're kind of
weaving in and out.
Yeah, exactly. You're hunting behind a car where you're coming behind them and you have to let off, or going behind them having to let off. I think that's like when you're racing, that's such a hard thing to keep in your head. Is that Darren makes a good thing there on Davide. We didn't really get to see it though because the camera. Thank you, cameraman.
Thank you, cameraman.
Darren takes the inside line. Davide. Oh no, Darren actually managed to keep that under control. Davide drifts a tiny bit wide. Darren gets a good exit. Should start pulling away from Davide, but Davide here might have the aero to help him catch that back. No. Oh, maybe. Oh, Davide taking on the fight in the outside. Slightly overtakes him again. Can he cut him down the inside?
They're neck and neck at this point. Yeah. That was very well.
Davide must have used some energy there. So these cars have a battery in them as well.
So
they can get extra power. So I think Davide used his power there to put Darren right behind him again. That's going to be a bit annoying for Darren because he did eye that up that pass for a couple of turns before he actually made it.
It was very convincing when he made it though.
It
It's quite nice
was,
to
yeah.
watch.
Though I wonder did Davide kind of let that happen? Knew he could take him back on the straight again. Because
Maybe
Davide took
so.
that corner a tiny bit wider to cut back in, on the like for the to get basically straightened up so he could power out through the straight. And I think that's what his plan was basically compromise the entry, get straight up on the outside, and then use the battery to keep to get going as fast as he can.
I see. I learned so much today, to be honest.
Yeah, I know there's a fair bit to it. Like there's a lot of strategy and stuff in it that you wouldn't really think.
Yeah, actually, it kind of it really does just remind you of the real thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think I realized it was kind of serious when I saw them actually going, like, doing a bit of weaving to keep the tires warm for the first lap before
Oh,
starting.
yeah, no, 100%. Like there's so much that you have to really be thinking of, like how much fuel you have, your whole setup.
That's
It's
crazy.
like because you could have a setup that could give you faster lap times, but is that going to wear your tires more or whatever? And even then, like you seen what I was on about there at the qualifying, where like some of the GT3 cars were spinning out a lot.
Yeah.
That's because they were running low aero just to get
it's-
faster speeds. But I don't know if that's good for a race. Dara
Did I
drifts
just see
wide.
someone and go, yeah.
Yeah,
Thought I caught a glimpse of it there.
I do think Dara's just having issues with his connection because, to be honest, over the
Yeah.
last this race included, and the last 3 races, he's just kind of like I wouldn't mind. He got first place and fastest lap on that one track, so I know he's a good driver.
Put him on land.
Yeah. Did you ever actually see how to do the Gran Turismo championships?
No, I've never seen it.
So, you know Gran Turismo what it is anyway. Yeah, it's a racing game on PS5 or whatever. It's on all of them, but
Yeah.
it's like an official FIA approved thing. But you know, like in like CS:GO and stuff, how they have like booths. They basically just have like 10 sim racing setups or 12 sim racing setups all set up beside each other. And like it's class because each team you have like you have the player and then you have the coach that's like standing over watching them drive. it's so weird to watch. Like,
It kind of reminds me, like, the virtual rally car.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember, do you know when you went into arcades as well, you had those ones where it was like always the 2 cars on the same booth. And you put in like the 50 cent and then you could just race against the person sitting next to you. We always had like that one friend that was absolutely screaming behind. That's what I feel like that reminds me of.
Yeah, I know. Like when you do get the steering wheel and stuff set up, like it's amazing how much fun it is. I think flight sims are the same though. Like when you get the flight sim stick and thing like that.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of those setups. They're mad.
Yeah, you have some lad that just says that. Or you'll see like the setup of a guy online who just has like the dash of a car in their bedroom. It's like, oh, okay, calm down.
He's pure ripped it out of his mum's car as well. She's wondering one day, where's my dashboard gone?
Yeah, that's it. The Dacia Sandero is just going.
Oh
man, Peter here is Peter's really challenging Jer here.
Yeah,
I wonder.
I've kind of got a bit away from the race because I keep getting distracted by thinking about Dacias now. Coming back to it, this is actually looking really good.
You tell me I can get a new car for €8,000.
Remortgaging the house for a new Dacia.
Remortgaging the garden shed.
It's not even your garden shed either, it's your parents.
That's when you combine your communion and confirmation money. Oh man.
I had a great communion because I'm not religious, so I didn't do it. So I got a trip to Legoland instead.
Oh.
I didn't know any better at the time.
Just get anointed like a Lego brick. Oh my god.
That was a good time now. Bring me back.
Oh man. Peter has really managed to stick to Jer here. I say Jer's tires are definitely getting worn.
Yes, yeah, after
So I
12 laps now.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering here, Peter, if he really tried, he could try undercutting Jer. So if he pitted, went on softs, and hopefully Jer stay out for an extra lap, he might be able to come by the time Jer has to pit, because looking at it here, Peter is definitely quicker.
Yeah. He just hasn't gotten the space yet.
What are you at, Peter?
No, he put too much into it.
Yeah, Yeah, he didn't need to do that at all.
I don't know the correct term for that, but
Nah, he just literally came to. He dived in essentially.
right. Trying to cut him off his line.
No, just not patient. As I said, like, oh, Davide has done the pit. He's on his hard. Why is Davide on hards? Okay. Oh, ticked off my list.
It's interesting now.
It is. I'm kind of surprised. You really didn't need to go to hards. I'm sure it's mediums again. Maybe the tires are more shot than we actually think. It's kind of hard to know. Like, the cars look controllable when you're watching here, but I have heard from the lads like be all over the place. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, so Peter and Jer both pit. That's definitely not in Peter's favour. Jer comes out the pit first. Yeah, Peter comes out second. I wanted Peter to get a tiny bit of a refuel.
He may have done. He's still on mediums, and Jer's still on soft. Oh, they're still.
Yeah,
No.
so Peter.
Both soft to soft. He's on soft now,
Peter's
actually.
back on softs as well. Peter manages to also pip Jer. How he manages that? I wonder did Jer go wide in turn 1? Where is he? Oh no,
Darren is in first place at the moment, anyway, so he is.
Yeah, but he's going to have to pit. Davide goes on the tires.
Oh, they are neck and neck.
Jer.
Oh, Jer's. He's gone out.
Yeah, Davide gets back. Jer has to rejoin the track.
That corner doesn't matter anyway. You can just cut it.
Yeah, I feel like with the amount of pressure that Peter was putting on Jer there, I think Jer would have pitted anyway. Because if he didn't pit, he would have let Peter perform the undercut. So I think. I think Peter kind of seen that, and he was like, "Well, I've already lost my 2 seconds. I might as well just pit and hope I get out." So I would say, looking at the time that was between them going in and coming out, I say Jer might have got a tiny bit of a refuel compared to Peter.
You see how that works out.
Yeah.
And you know, if you have the extra fuel, would you be able to put more into, or is there much?
So you can change it as you're coming into the pits, but it's just hard because you have to use your mouse to like set it up. Most of these lads are playing on the wheel.
Oh.
So usually what you do is so what you can do in this game is you can set up to 3 different pit strategies, and as you're racing on the wheel, you can change between your pit strategies. Then, so in the pit strategies, you can change like your wings and stuff. So maybe you want more aero on a harder tire or whatever to try and get heat into the tires or stuff like that. But yeah, I think Stephen went for his pit there, if I'm not mistaken. I think he started on softs, but I could be wrong. To be honest, he's such an amount ahead, it's kind of hard to know.
Yeah.
Jer is on Davide's tail here though. Kind of annoying for Jer though, because Davide I don't think is going to let him pass, and he really needs to get past before these softs get war.
Yeah, exactly. So did he not go for a wheel change when he went pit?
He did. He got a new set of softs.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. No, technically you don't, but there's no point pitting and not changing your tires. Oh, Davide loses it.
Oh.
Darren managed to come out. He must have just got a snap.
Say someone might have, yeah.
Davide might
definitely contact, maybe.
Yeah, Davide might be finding it hard to get heat into those tires. So Jer manages to climb into 4th. Dara also gets past. So I think Jer kind of got caught in that a small bit too. Now Jer doesn't have much to lose here. Like, he's already won the championship in that sense. So
I suppose he's just looking for the podium.
Yeah, exactly. And I think he's definitely more capable of going in. So Darren goes into the pit. He swaps to softs, I think. I think he's on mediums. Man, I must write down a list of what these lads have beforehand. I was like...
No, I remember seeing an M, and there's no longer an M.
Yeah. So let's see. There is 5 seconds between first, second, third. Let's see here. I feel like Jer can easily catch up to Dara here.
The camera is very focused on the upper bracket, these cars as well. I forget that
these cars have close. So if you look at the times on the left-hand side, the times between them are much closer. So the camera tries to look for the battles.
Oh, okay.
And because the GT3 cars have such big things. Okay, so Stephen is in the pits. I assume he's going to swap to softs. Let's have a look here. He doesn't need to. He's quite a commanding lead, and the other 3 lads still haven't pitted yet. So I think if he does that, as I said, I think Trevor needs to come at least. I think if he comes 3rd, he just about gets it.
And he's currently in 3rd, is it?
He's currently in 3rd place. Yes. Second, I'm going to check what the points are for the championship, so I can work out information. I know it's 25 for 1st and 18 for 2nd, I think. What is it for? 25,
points.
18,
Okay,
15,
so you're on.
12.
I don't know about prize money. I was like, oh, I'm definitely entering.
Yeah. And I wish.
Any chance for a free $5?
Let's see.
So obviously they pay the commentary, right?
Oh yeah, we get paid.
Yeah.
What's that CS:GO thing? We get paid like €30 a stream for best of 3 or something.
Oh, nice.
15, 12.
Imagine I actually couldn't. It's alright. I'm going to apply for a position in ICL as their social media team. I heard there's one.
ICL. That's just a.
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
yeah.
Not even ICE.
Okay, let's see. So it's what's that? 7 points between 1st and 2nd, and 3 points between 2nd and 3rd. No, 3 again. I'm just looking here now. So Stephen's back out in the mediums. Actually, that's interesting.
Oh, I suppose it's worked for him so far. So.
Yeah, well, I think, like as I said, I think he's just kind of not racing too hard.
Yeah.
I would imagine this Brett household has a lot of experience with racing, considering the 3 of them have wheels. Like, do you know?
They all just grew up doing it.
Oh, man.
Started with Mario Kart, and now we're here.
Yeah.
It was the Nintendo DS one as well.
When is this series going to go on Rainbow Road?
There's definitely a way to put it on Rainbow Road, isn't there?
I'm pretty sure there's a mod for it.
Yeah, I'm saying if there isn't, then someone's not doing their job.
That's the great thing with this game is that there's an absolute like crap ton of mods for it. So like the one I really enjoy is so there's a thing called Touge racing in Japan, like TOUGE.
Oh.
It's basically mountain pass racing. So it's all about just, you don't have to pass the guy, but it's pretty much if you keep with them, you win. If they pull away from you, you lose. If you overtake them, you win. So it's just, and the thing is, you don't like that. Always cars with big power win because the tracks are so windy. Big power doesn't necessarily help you. It can be nice if there's like small straights, but because you need to get around corners and stuff, it's all about car balance and stuff like that.
You're driving around in my Toyota.
What are you saying about Toyotas?
The older Toyotas are class. I'm not convinced on the new ones yet.
Is 04 old enough?
Let me look it up so I can actually craft it.
Corolla T-Sport.
T-Sport. Oh, jeez, you're on about cars.
Yeah,
I was getting a Jeep.
It's a great story about my one. So a man here in Caspar was selling it, and we had it up for like 2.8 or 2.9 or whatever it was. I was like, grand, yeah, I'll go have a look. And the day I was about to, so that was the day before, and the morning of the day I was going to look at it, he rang at me. He's like, Joe, look, I'm awful sorry. I started up this morning. There's a massive cloud of smoke out of it, and you know, you can come look at it if you want, but I genuinely don't know what's wrong. Could be the head gasket that's gone. I'm like, okay, yeah, fair enough, whatever. So go look at the car anyway. And basically what was wrong was in the coolant, it had just been overfilled with water, and the valve that's on the rad cap to let the extra pressure go off was just jammed. So basically what happened is just the car built up so much pressure that it just fucking blew a pipe off somewhere. But when you reconnected the pipe and you actually fixed that cap thing, the car was grand. But we were buying it, going to your man anyways, like, because the body of the car was in great shape for a 04.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, geez, could be the head gaskets that now. There's a few other bits and bobs need to be done with it, sure. Fuck it, I'll give you 1,500 for it. Oh no, Peter spins out.
Oh, I just saw that there.
Oh god. Yeah, Jer might actually be able to overtake me. Oh no, that's really bad for Peter, because he is in a battle with Davide. So Davide actually might be able to come back here and do something about this. But yeah.
Oh,
So
Jer's gone.
to the bad that you're like, yeah, the head gasket's gone, or whatever. So I'll give you 1,500 for it. He's like, yeah, that's grand. And then he gave me €50 like good luck money as well. So for a car that was worth $3,000 essentially, and like the price of the part needed to fix was a fiver. I just need to get a new rad cap to like swap it.
Wait, is this the car you have now?
Yeah, yeah. That was
Yeah, that worked out for you.
well, that worked out until I had to. The alternator went in it twice, so and then the coolant fan for the radiator went. I replaced the airbox myself with a K&N Ram air intake.
I'll tell you what car hasn't had that problem yet.
To ask you Sandero.
Oh, the dream car.
Yeah.
No, my Kia Rio now.
What year is that? It's like 2017.
17.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually. Do you know what? It just looks nicer than the other Kia Rios, in my opinion. Like the older ones.
Can you send me a link to that? Quick look at it.
Yeah, I find you there.
Just looking there, German just passed Peter as well, and he was making good shapes on Dara. Dara somehow is back in second place again. I don't know. There's been a couple of instances of these lads slipping off this track. It is quite high speed though, so I can understand it.
If you want to compare it to 2015, yeah, that's the shit. So that's sending. Kind of is. I love how I go up to about 280 ping whenever I'm sending a picture.
That lovely Castle or Cathal Davin internet.
Yeah.
It's an undeveloped area.
I hate to agree with you, but oh, there you go. That's it. The one at the top is the one I have, and the one at the bottom is what they used to look like.
Where'd you send it to me?
Oh, it's in your DMs.
On Discord, is it?
Oh, Discord. Yeah, Discord.
Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, no, they're nice looking though. Is that your one there in the top?
No. It's just a random one parked over a disabled parking spot.
No, it's actually a nice looking car. Is it 4 doors or 2 door? The one you have?
Oh, I got a 4-door. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can get the 2-door. Actually, not too sure now. I wouldn't. I'm not a huge fan of 2 doors.
Jeez, you really are a family man, aren't you? You're a dad in waiting. That's
big boot space and 4 doors. Mark Johan. Sure, I came into this stream talking about fucking picnic baskets.
You need the space for all those bags of turf.
From the land.
Who needs a trailer of turf when you have the back of a Kia Rio full of it? Like.
Do you know what though? There's nothing better than seeing a fallen tree and cutting it up and putting it in the boot.
Well, Darren might make a good exit here onto Dara. Let's see. He's slightly. I don't think he's going to get the slipstream. Yeah, he's going to have to yield that.
He's like.
Let's see now.
He's kind of falling back, is he?
He has a small bit, yeah. To be honest, you might just want to. I think if the race stays like this, I don't think the championship changes at all.
Oh.
So I'll work out the points at the end since it's the last stream. It'd be nice to see who's what.
Over at the betting odds. I put a $5 on Jer spinning out in 2 laps time.
That's a bet.gg.
Speaking of sponsorships, have we got any?
Don't know.
Skitting, no. CS no.
I'm only the treasurer. I only know the money that actually exists.
Red Bull.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
You can deposit that in the bank.
Yeah.
Let's go to the lodgement machine trying to shove the can in. Like.
If there's this can sitting above me, and it's so tempting just to grab one and down it.
Look at here, Trevor's. I didn't see him pass at Iarlaith, but he must have, so he's back into second place now again. And it's a good 0.4 of a lap. So I think if Trevor managed to hold on to that second place, he does win. Stephen did get pole though, so hold on, I'm going to work this out. So, let's see. Yeah, I think he's well in the clear.
Oh, really?
Let's see now. 18 plus 4, 25. Plus 4 is 23. Yeah. Trevor, if he comes second here, is definitely going to win. If he comes third... Oh, wait, sorry, I did those points backwards. I gave Trevor first. Oh.
No, do anyway. Just don't say
It
anything.
just doesn't matter. 18. That's 29. That is 11. 90. No, he's still a bit behind. Yeah, I think if Trevor comes third, I think he just gets it by a point. But if he comes fourth and Stephen comes first, I think Stephen can take it. So it's pretty much, as I said, I think the gap here is enough that Trevor is fairly safe because only a lap again. Oh,
Ooh.
nice,
Just
nice
getting
place
bullied
to go
out the
across
way.
his brother, yeah. Yeah, I think Jared's just going to yield here and just take a nice third place, just take it handy. He could challenge Dara though. He doesn't need to give him second.
Last race of the season, like.
Ah yeah, sure, you might as well go out in style.
Yeah.
Wonder now will the lads go out and try and do rings like they do in the Formula 1? Wave to all their virtual fans.
I'll wave back.
Yeah, just wave at your monitor.
I definitely just didn't do it there.
Yeah, I did as well.
We have no webcam on. Can't even see anyone else.
You're into
I'm not even-
COVID, hitting hard.
The FBI are my best friends now. No, I unplug my webcam at night. Not really. I'm not that big of a freak.
I have to put on a show for them. I can't be seen without my makeup, without my face.
Yeah. To be fair, they'd actually get some angle of me sleeping in my bed.
Man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have too excited to finish this race. There's a good 12 or 13 seconds between Stephen and Trevor, and as I said, there's definitely a good 40 seconds between Trevor and Iarlaith here. So I think the order is pretty much set. I'll tally up the scores now once the people actually come across the line, but I don't actually know if there's much upset to be done here. Peter beating Davide though. It's important, but I don't know. Does he have enough points?
I've just realised that there's actually a time counting down.
So it was Peter that got fastest lap, wasn't it? It was. Oh no,
I believe so.
it was. Yeah, he just pipped his brother. I remember that. So he got his fastest lap. Sorry, his pole, not fast. I keep confusing those two. Pole, which is 4, and Stephen also has pole, which is 4, which was a blistering pole as well. I bet everyone else by a second.
Yeah, that was massive.
So
That hurt like a bitch. Just whacked my funny bone off the table.
you're a funny guy.
Hey. I don't get outside much.
No, you're not meant to. The government says
No,
not to.
yeah, the government said no. The government said also that St. Patrick's Day is only one day off. Is it usually more than one day?
I think you have a day of recovery normally. I don't think it's like a national holiday, but it's accepted as a day of recovery.
Okay, I take tomorrow off then.
See, most people forget that day exists because you're kind of blacked out for most of it. Like,
This is true.
I can
Sure.
indeed confirm.
Just loads of golden harps spinning around my head.
No, it's cans of harp. Man,
You go for a bit of bushing.
I don't know how they make 6 cans of that for €7. Like,
I get it or something anyway. I spend a lot more than €7.
Okay, we're coming into here, so basically to explain to you now, Dylan, as well. So it's finish this lap and then plus 1 lap. So Darren must have just crossed the finishing line as that started because he has to do this lap and then plus 1 lap. So there's 2 laps left in this race. They'll probably go on for another 2 minutes going with the times we were seeing. Trying to get 1 or 3 minutes with 1:30s coming in. I don't think anyone's going to make really an aggressive lunge. I feel like Dara might try to, because he doesn't really have anything to lose. He's 5th in the table at the minute. Oisín is in 6th with the DNF, or sorry, DNS, because he's not here tonight.
Oh, okay.
So he gets 8 points though. Well done.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta respect it. It's all about the grind.
Yeah. He's on 48. I want to see
Not
how the rest
bad.
of these boys set it.
Oh yes, and we'll get to see the finish of both races, won't we?
Yeah, exactly. So
That's good.
Peter's pole lap here, to be honest, could be massive to him. Even if he loses out to Davide here, I think it's enough to win him it anyway.
Ah, I see.
I said I'm not entirely sure the legitimacy of the start of this race, but sure, what can you do? God, that was funny. That start, we're just known.
Yeah. Smacking into each other and everything. Oh.
My brain just shut down because like I need to commentate, but nothing's happening. Pretty much.
Oh, eyeballs.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're now on the final lap. Darren's having a nice clean race here off the start.
Something so nice about seeing carbon fiber, even in a video game.
Yeah, it makes you feel rich.
Yeah.
Important.
It's like one of those kids that buys the fiberglass Hurley. It's just like, how'd you afford that? That hits it further.
Oh, jeez, yeah. My dad works in construction. I didn't even know you could get fiberglass Hurleys.
Oh, they were mad.
It must be great crack to make like an impromptu shiv or something, or we just smack it off the ground and stab something with it. Like.
Oh. I remember like, do you know the fiberglass that you get like in the insulation in the roof?
Yeah.
And going up into the attic, and it was always the mother going, "Don't touch that now, or else you'll cut yourself."
Oh man,
like,
that stuff is so itchy. It's so
stop. I genuinely got so curious about it as well. I was like, no, there's no way. It's just wool, like. You're just scratching, man.
Let's see, coming across the line. Darren in first, followed by Dara in
nice.
second, and Jar comes across in a nice third place. Whoa.
Oh?
Yeah, so the reason the race finishes like this is so that there's no fast and slow cars on the same part of the track.
Ah, I see.
So even the lads now that are +5 laps or whatever, they also finish once they cross this line. So Trevor there is finished before Stephen, even though Stephen is ahead.
Ah, okay.
It just... Oh. Okay, we just missed that head-on collision. So here are the victory spins, and that is the last race in the championship. I really don't see Stephen here losing this. Iarlaith coming across the line. To be honest, I actually don't think he can lose it because he can't get lapped. Iarlaith comes across the line in a nice, respectable third place. Stephen is first, and Sean is fourth. So I'm going to quickly tally up the points here. So Darren is first.
Who's our winner?
Dara is second. Jer is third. Peter is fourth. 15.
Very nice.
Oh, sorry, it's 12.
So how many overall did we have in this?
Davide is fifth, which is 10. So there was 6 drivers that competed in LMP1, and there was 8 people that competed in GT3. So we only have 4 people from the GT3 class in this race. But
still,
yes,
that's very good numbers.
no, it is. As I said, it was definitely a lot of fun to watch as well. So I'm just going to tally up the points now. So
I've enjoyed today.
119. Yeah, I thought it was good crack as well. 71. 76.
I'll have to buy tickets for next season.
Oh my god.
Upset?
No, but very, very close. I'll tell you now in a sec.
Oh,
2, 6,
the suspense.
Trevor then. Trevor came second, which is 18. Stephen came first, it's 25. Iarlaith came third, which is 18. And Aaron came, or not Aaron came fourth, Sean came fourth which was 15. Sorry, 18. 15 for Iarlaith and 12 for Sean.
Oh, shout out to Bean. I see you in chat. Nice spelling, Bean. DYLAN. I see how it is. Brian.
20. Oh my god. No.
That was a whole 4 minutes ago. I'm late to the party. Unlucky. Right.
108. Then
I'm liking this now. It's the idea of Jack counting out loud.
oh yeah. The results are tallied. So in the LMP1 Championship, we have first place and our championship winner, Brett, with a 119 points, a massive lead over everyone else. In second place, we have Peter with 76 points. That pole position really coming important for him there to gain second place because unknown, kind of the underdog, not expected at all, wins the race. Darren, who comes third with 75, so just misses it by 1 point. And he was fourth in the table, so that's a really good showing from him. Then in fourth place we have Davide, which with 71. Very interesting strategies and stuff from Davide. Really fun to watch racing. In fifth place we have Dara with 62, which is very respectable considering he's had really bad ping in the last 3 races. The first race, which he didn't have ping issues, he came first and had the fastest lap. And in this race here, he came second, so he's 18.
Ooh.
I could be wrong with this second place. There is a fastest lap, and I actually don't know who got it. So if Darren gets fastest lap, I'll ask the lads quickly.
The suspense now. I'm standing up. I can't stand it. I don't know why I'm standing up. I got anxious about the results. I said I'd have to just take a little walk around my 1 by 2 meter room.
Okay, yeah. So, and in the GT3 class, we have our championship winner, which is Trevor, with a very impressive performance. 3 first places, a second place, and a fourth, and 115 points. Stephen comes in second then with 108 points, which is very respectable. 2 first places, 2 second places, and a fourth. Iarlaith comes in third with 79. Aaron, who isn't even here today, comes in fourth, beating Sean, who comes in fifth. Gets 12 points to that race, and then so Aaron was on 60 points. Sean is now on 52 points. Cathal comes sixth. He's only started in 2 races with 14 points, and then Eoghan and Billy both come in 7th and 8th accordingly, or respectively, with 8 points each. So yeah, that was a really fun championship to watch. It's kind of like it's been interesting to see the different strategies and stuff come through, and then just kind of how the order of people have been kind of affected by that.
Yeah, actually, I learned a lot as well from it as well. I enjoyed my time out today.
Yeah, yeah.
Being at the races.
Time to put you back in your box now.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. But
it's been nice chat.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I said I'm not sure with the fastest lap. It could be Darren, which could put him in second, but I haven't got a response. So one sec, I'm gonna literally pop over quickly, Dylan, and ask. Okay.
Not a problem.
Like it doesn't matter how slow we went off after coming
Hello,
out of it.
Jack.
Quick question for you. Who got the fastest lap? Perf. Cool. I'll be back in a sec. Oh jeez, nearly had a disaster there. I forgot to mute the Discord on the stream. Yeah, so Jur got the fastest lap, so that sets Jur with a nice 120 points, which is very unfortunate because Dara there could have got a joint second with Peter in the championship.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
Yeah, no, it's
close though.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun to watch. We've had some very interesting starts. Today's definitely been probably the most unusual one of the lap. Oh my god.
I had to be here for it as well. It would only happen when I'm here.
Oh god. But yeah, no, thanks Dylan for stepping in. I know it can be hard to commentate in a game that you're not familiar with.
Oh no, I enjoyed it anyway. Thanks for showing me how to play it, or how to commentate on it, kind of.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's no bother. And I think we're going to leave it there, guys. So, yeah, that's been our championship for the ULRM Racing Championship thing. Our best of 5 races. Again, congrats to Jer for winning the LMP1 class. Congrats to Trevor for... Yeah, there we go. Congrats to Trevor as well for winning the GT3 class. Big thanks to everyone for participating. Big thanks to you guys for watching our streams. There's definitely been some technical issues and stuff trying to get them going. But, I definitely love to see this make a return. I've had great fun casting this.
yeah, I had fun as well.
You know, it's always nice as well to see like different clubs and stuff kind of working together. Clubs and
Oh,
societies.
agreed.
And yeah, so if you guys are interested in sim racing, you can reach out to ULRM. They have their Instagram and stuff. If you can't find it, you can also reach out to us if you're interested in other games like Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Tekken, Super Smash Brothers, any sort of big
Fortnite.
Fortnite. But yeah, any other esport games and stuff. You can see our socials there on the screen. We're at UL Esports Club on Twitter and Instagram, and we're UL Electronic Sports on Twitch and Facebook. And yeah, so I've been Jack,
I've been Dylan.
and hope to see you guys soon. Bye for now.
Au revoir.